This is Vince Russo's The Brand.
Hello, everybody. This is Uncle Vince Russo, and this is The Brand. This is Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Disco. And I'm going to cut right to the chase, bro, because I threw an open challenge out there. And let's face it, bro, I throw open challenges out there to everybody who talks smack about me, but nobody's got the Spaldings to come on the show and air it out with me face to face. And that includes Bischoff. That includes Meltzer. That includes all these freaking jabronis who won't come on here and talk to me. But I got to give it up because somebody answered the bell. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not afraid of this individual because I've already got a victory over him under my belt. I already taught this man a lesson that he never forgot in the wrestling ring. Now I'm going to teach him another lesson here. Stevie Ray. Stevie, I hope you're ready for this, brother. That's all I got to say.
Of course I'm ready.
Hey, Stevie, a little too much bass in your voice there. You know what I'm saying, brother?
No. I heard that introduction, and I heard the disparaging things you were saying about me.
Yeah, he likes to do that. He doesn't really talk up the guests. He likes to bury them as he introduces them. You know.
Well. Let me get a little better ear going here, so people can hear me loud.
Good. While you're getting ready, let me
No. I'm ready now. What you mean while I'm getting ready? How long do you think that's gonna take?
Let me set the table for everybody because there's a little back history you have. You know, Stevie's got his heat with me, and I'll tell you why. There's two reasons why Stevie's got heat with me. Let's get it out in the open. Number one, there was a match at WCW where he was the Max Steel and I was Vince Russo, and I gave him an ass whooping in the ring. And also, number two, I think Stevie always had a little bone to pick with me because I put the belt on his brother. I made Booker a world champion, and I think Stevie was very, very jealous of that. So Stevie, let's set the ground rules, bro. Now the floor is yours because I'm a gentleman. Go ahead, Stevie.
You call that being a gentleman? You call that being a gentleman? Firstly, let's get something straight. Yeah, you wrote that angle with the masked heel. Yeah, but I turned the tables on you. You forgot to talk about that. Okay, you put the belt on my brother. That's your job. We're trying to get asses in seats.
Jealous.
At that time, nobody else could. Hogan couldn't do it. Jeff Jarrett couldn't do it. Big Papa Pump couldn't do it. So you had to come to my family to do it. You were trying to save your job. That's what you were trying to do.
All right, listen, Booker. Let's not get panicky. All right, bro. Now let's talk about the matter at hand. Now, you know, Booker, and I'm gonna put you over here, bro. I'm gonna put you over. Listen, I'm a fan of Booker. You're welcome. I'm a fan of Booker T. Booker T. Now, not only Booker T. I'm sorry, Stevie. A little slip there, bro. A little Freudian slip.
Yeah.
A little Freudian. Yeah. I'm a fan of Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray now, I'll give you credit, bro, not only has a very popular podcast, has a radio show, very popular radio show in Houston. He's got his own, promotion in Houston with his brother, very successful. But, Stevie, let's call a spade, bro. You made some comments about women.
Hey, what do you mean about it? What do you mean calling a spade a spade?
All right, Stevie,
was that some kind of undertone?
All right, Stevie, relax, bro. Relax.
Was that some kind of read between the lines?
Jeez.
Stevie, I just put you over. Bro.
If that's what you call that?
Yeah. Now I'm going to take it away, though. Because
yeah. You take it away. You never gave it.
Stevie, let me tell you something. I used to look up to you as like pardon my French, I looked up you like you were the pimp daddy, bro. You were the guy, I'm going to be honest with you, Stevie, you were the guy that I always wanted to be the freaking tough guy who could kill anybody at any time, bro. Nobody messed with Stevie. I always wanted to be that guy. And, bro, I don't even want to get into your I don't want to even get into your female relationships. But let's face it, bro. A guy like you could probably get any chick that he wants. I'm sure, bro. See, I'm putting you over now, Stevie. But with that being said, bro.
Okay.
You go on your show, with all due respect, bro, you made some lame brain remarks when it comes to women in the wrestling business, bro.
Similar to the ones you just made about me?
I just put you over, bro.
You call that putting me over? That's tearing me down.
That you could get any chick that you wanted, that's tearing you down, bro.
Now how would you know that? You've never hung out with me. You've never hung out with Stevie Ray. I've invited you to go out. What did you do? No, I don't have time. You and your buddy Ed Ferrand, whatever rock he's hanging under right now.
Stevie, I gotta assume a guy your size, let's face it, bro, you probably hung like a horse, and the ladies like that. So I've gotta assume you've had your share.
You know what the ladies like? I will tell you what the ladies like about me. You know what they like?
What they like?
They like my sense of humor. They like when I open the door for them. They like when I pull the chair. They like chivalry, because with me it never died, unlike yourself.
Yeah, Vince doesn't even. I don't even think Vince opens up the car door for his wife. Isn't that brutal?
I don't think he opens the car door for himself. He jumped through the window like a NASCAR driver.
Yeah, she drives him around. She does the driving.
All right, listen. This isn't about me. This is about Stevie Ray.
And right.
Can I say asinine comments on the show? First of all,
it's your show. You tell me.
Okay.
What did he say?
Oh my, bro! I got a list. I got a laundry list of the things that came out of Stevie's mouth. First of all, bro. Now, Stevie, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to say anything out of school here. First of all, bro, he basically referred to Chyna as a man. He thought Chyna was a man, and
I never said that.
What did you say, bro?
I never said that. Don't you misinterpret my words, and don't you screw my words around.
What'd you say, bro?
Do that.
Go ahead.
I was speaking in generalities. Let me tell you exactly what I said. I was talking about the character that was pretty much put out there for everyone to see, and I made a comment on it. At that time, that character was manlike, and you know it as well as I do.
Absolutely fair. That's a very fair point. A very fair point. What do you got to say to that, Vince?
I listen. I take that as an insult. I thought Chyna was very much woman. Very much woman.
Chyna, though, the perception of Chyna was there was like doubt in people's minds because she was so big that you can't just ignore the obvious. There's some people that think she probably looked like a man.
I guarantee you, Stevie Ray dated bigger women than Chyna. Is that true, Stevie? I hear you like the 300-400 pounders. Is there any truth to that, Stevie?
I would doubt that.
Where could you be hearing anything?
I hear things
about what Steve. I'm gonna be honest with you, Vince.
Booker told me
to be straight up. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. People seen Booker T walking around in Vegas and California with the Chyna-like bodybuilder before they seen Stevie Ray. And Disco, you remember that. So don't try to put that on Stevie Ray.
That's
Stevie Ray, I like petite women. I like smaller women. I like women that I can grab and pick up, for your information, Vince Russo, that I really shouldn't be giving to you right now. But since you're going to open up your big mouth and said that my brother told you this, that, and the other, which I know he didn't, I'm going to shoot it to you straight. The mother of my daughter weighed 115 pounds. Can you dig it?
Bro, first of all, you have no idea what conversations me and the great Booker T have, bro.
I do.
No, you don't. No,
yes,
you
I
don't.
Do.
What are you,
yes,
Nostradamus? Are you Nostradamus?
I know the ones you didn't have. I know that.
All right, listen, Stevie, there's no point being jealous. That's history. Let's talk about that now. Okay, now, Glenn, how about this, bro? How about this? Stevie is a proponent, bro, of these female wrestlers. The girls out there going out there and working like the guys. No sex appeal. Bro, he tore down Tori Wilson. He said there was no place in wrestling for women like Tori Wilson. Did you not say that, my brother?
Yes, I said that. I didn't say, well, let me correct that. I never said there was no place for women like Tori Wilson. I said there was no place for Tori Wilson.
Did she turn you down?
It was pretty direct.
Did Tori Wilson turn down your advances? Is that what this is all about, bro? Let's get the scoop. Is that
why
what
would you go there? Why would you go there? Why can't I give a analogy on something without having something behind it, like what's going through your mind right now? Why can't I do that? Why can't I just give an opinion on what I think when it came to this business at the time that you were in it with people like Tori Wilson and others, the Sables of the world, where they take a pretty face and then just manufacture them into a professional wrestler? I had a problem with that.
Fair point. It's got a fair point. Manufacture. Basically, you're taking girls and you're not having to pay their dues. And because of the looks, you're just sticking them on TV, and then and girls like that basically have a very short shelf life.
Right.
For television.
All right. Stevie, with all due respect. Stevie. Okay,
so what do you guys... So Vince, you brought Stevie on timeout. You brought Stevie on about the comments he made, and so far he's made two very fair points that they could categorically be argued with. Okay, they're fair points.
I'm going to explain this to Stevie because maybe nobody ever schooled him on this. I know Booker understood.
Firstly, can I say something before you start? Can I say something?
I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman. The floor's yours. Go ahead, bro.
I would like for you to politely, gently, if you're going to say anything to me about anything that I've done or what you think about me, please leave my brother out of it.
Jealousy. It's all about the jealousy. I knew that was the root of this conversation. I knew
it. Nothing to do with jealousy. You are using my brother. You are using my brother to make a point, to actually surmise your point, and I have a problem with that.
First of all, bro.
First of all, you brought him on the show, and you keep referencing his brother. You had things you wanted to address specifically to him. Address him and quit circling around. You know what you are? You're like a submarine attack.
Glenn,
you brought him on the show,
Glenn,
but you're not like you're trying to hit him with a submarine like a torpedo in the belly and trying to
All right, Glenn, you want some hot news, and I have never shared this story in the last 16 years because it was told to me in confidence.
Okay.
You want me to share the story? Stevie, you want me to share the story?
I don't even know what the story is. How would I know?
Back in about 2000, it was just me and Booker T alone in a room. Okay, two bros hanging out, basically. And Booker T turned to me, and he put his hands on my shoulder, and this is what he said to me. He said, "Vince, you are the brother I never had." And, Stevie, listen, so don't take this up with me. Booker said that to me, bro. So don't be having an issue with me. I didn't say that to him, bro.
I think all three of us would agree that if we had Booker on this show right now and asked him about that conversation, that I think Booker would probably disagree with this misinformation.
I remember it very vividly.
You probably misinterpreted whatever was said because I doubt he would say that.
Okay, now let me get back to Stevie over here because I'm intrigued by this. Now, Stevie, I'm going to put it over. You got your own successful promotion in Houston, right? Very, very, very successful, right?
Successful enough.
Okay, you're going to sit there and tell me that you don't use hot girls to bring in the people and to sell the tickets and to put the asses in seats? You've never done that, Stevie.
Yes, I have done that.
Oh, well, then how can I be guilty of doing that if you're doing the same thing? I want an apology now. Apologize.
Fair point. No. Hold on, and I'm going to answer it. I never said you couldn't do it. I never said you shouldn't do it. I said the way it was done in certain times in this profession, especially your era, the early 2000s, the late 90s, you were using people that hadn't paid their dues. You were using people just because they had a pretty face. You were using people, almost like pulling a horse to water and making them drink. A lot of them, for all we know, didn't even want to be professional wrestlers because of the simple fact, though, well, I'm getting this nice paycheck, and the guy asked me to do this. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Their hearts wasn't in it. Their hearts wasn't in it. No vigor was in it. Their intestinal fortitude wasn't there. They was just there just to be there. And that's the kind of stuff that ruins the business.
Very fair point, Vince. You were corrupting the talent pool with people that were not qualified to be professional wrestlers. Is that a fair analogy?
That is a very fair analogy, and I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yes, corrupting the talent pool. That's what you did. That's what you do. Because Vince, he makes a fair point. You didn't have the respect for the business that the boys did. And so you thought that, like, anybody, if you could just bring anybody on TV and, like, you can stick a pretty face up there, just, and stuff because that's what the writers do. The writers don't understand, the dynamic of the locker room and the boys and the talent and what they went through to get to where they got. You just want to use anybody,
And let me say this, and Vince Russo, we all know, as to how things are today, how things have evolved, how things have gotten to a certain height and a certain level. But he'll never admit that he himself was the very one that initiated how things are today. Vince Russo himself. So here's a part of it. So don't complain about things that you yourself actually implemented quite some time ago.
Fair point.
This is all out of jealousy.
Wait a minute. Don't start accusing people of anything. Why don't you admit to it?
Let me ask you a question, bro. Do you think George Clooney threw Stacy Keibler out of his bed because she didn't pay her dues, bro? Did George Clooney have to go down the list and see if Stacy Keibler slept with any other A-list actors before he put her in her bed? Stevie, same thing, bro.
No, firstly, that's not the same thing, and I'm not going to let you
Who'd you ever beat? Who'd you ever beat, Stevie Ray? Who'd you ever
let me beat? Who'd you ever let me beat? Who'd you ever let me beat? Who'd you ever let me beat, Mr. Booker, man? Who'd you ever let me beat?
And now you want these girls out there wrestling like they're guys, covered up from head to toe, no sexuality, no cleavage, nothing, bro, nothing.
Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. What a male chauvinist. Listen to yourself. It's that mindset. It's that mindset that's gotten things where they are now, and there's that mindset that Vince Russo complains about on a daily basis.
Let me tell you something.
You have seen the evolution of professional wrestling, and you initiated it. Why don't you take responsibility for that?
Let me tell you something.
Take responsibility, Vince.
Be accountable. Hold yourself accountable.
Accountability, Vince.
I'm going to be accountable right here and now.
Yeah.
Because I never thought, when I first met Stevie Ray in 1999, I never thought I'd be saying this 17 years later, because he just came out on my show.
I came out.
You're a snowflake, bro. Stevie Ray is big, tough, rugged. Stevie Ray is a snowflake. You're a snowflake, bro. That's what this is all about. So just say it, Stevie. Just say, I'm a snowflake, and we'll just end this conversation, bro. Go. Say it. End it.
I'm not saying anything like that. And I'm not going to let you put titles and, like I said earlier, say disparaging things about me and try to sully my name. You're not going to sully my name on your podcast or anyone else's. Stevie Ray is what he is. I speak the truth, and I tell you right now, as you're talking to me right now, I'm writing this all down. You know why? Because I'm going to turn the tables on you, brother. I'm going to turn the tables on you, and I'm going to invite you to my podcast, and we're going to go over these same subjects again, and we're going to see who's who, just like the movie The Thing, when Kurt Russell said it's a storm coming through here in 6 hours, and then we're going to see who's who.
But Vince, I know he's going to eat you alive, Vince. He's going to eat you alive on your show.
Listen,
Yeah. I'm giving him an invitation right now.
Yeah, Stevie, anytime.
My name?
Anytime, any place, bro, because you're a jealous soul, and I'm sorry. Like, we can't even talk about Booker. You're holding it against me because he said I was the brother he never had. And you're holding that against me after. Let it go, bro. Let it go.
Stevie, call him a fruit booty, because that's what he is.
I'm not going to do that, because see, I'm not going to stoop to his level. You know, he called me a snowflake. He called me a snowflake, okay?
Yeah.
And
That's
now
a
he's going to
derogatory.
post that.
That's a derogatory term. He's insulted you.
Yes, it is. It's like calling me a boy without him even knowing it. He just called me a boy, you know? Yeah, you did. You patted me on the head at the same time. You called me a boy. You called me a boy and you patted me on the head at the same time.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid if you think I called you a boy, I'm afraid I didn't call you
No.
a boy. I said snowflake, bro.
I'm not going to take it personal. I'm not going to take it personal. You're trying to sully my name. That's fine. That's fine. But you know what? I'm bigger than that. I'm bigger than that. And I will go back and I will stand behind each and everything you heard me say on that clip that I released on YouTube a couple of weeks ago. Yes, when someone said, "Oh, Chyna, she went through a glass ceiling. She brought women wrestling to another height." You are crazy. They had her wrestling men. They had her wrestling guys. They had her wrestling bro. So how are you going to look at her? You're going to look at her as a woman wrestler? No, you're going to look at her like a man wrestler because she was wrestling men.
And she was jacked and weighed like 190 pounds.
Exactly, if not 225.
Yeah, maybe even like more than that, right?
Yeah, what about that, Vince? I know you were close to her. I'm not going to try to sully her name. I was just really giving my opinion on what I saw back in those days. And if I didn't know better, you had a lot to do with that. Did you not?
Well, also, what I had a lot to do with was ratings. And people love to see beautiful, sexy, vivacious, half-naked women that has been proven again and again and again. And I'm holding you solely responsible now for no sexuality in wrestling because it's people like you, bro, that want women to go out there and wrestle. And no man wants to see women wrestle. They want to see sexy women. And Stevie, I'm going to go on the limb and say this, bro. I think you may be a little foofy. How about that, bro? How about that, Stevie?
I think, firstly, don't take what I say, don't take anything I say out of context. You tell it like it is. I've never said there was no place for sexuality. I've never said that. Where did you hear that?
Bro, you said there was no place for Tori Wilson. There's no place for sexuality. Same thing.
So let me get this straight. The only reason, the sole reason that you had Tori Wilson in the ring whatsoever, because she was a nice-looking chick. That is it.
Absolutely. Yes. I have no reason, no problem in it. Yes.
So in essence, would that say that you're a chauvinist? Would that say you are a chauvinist? Is that the same thing?
You know, let me tell you something, Mr. Snow.
Stevie. He's a chauvinist who doesn't realize it. Because I don't think because he can like Google it and he doesn't even know how to spell it, so he don't even know what the definition is.
Check this out. Check this out. Did you go to Tori Wilson and say, "Hey, you're a nice, lovely young lady. I would love to see you out there half naked in the ring and really entertain the people to put asses in seats because I can't write a good enough angle for the Disco Inferno or for Stevie Ray to put asses in seats. So I'm going to use you to save my job."
You know what, funny
man?
That's
what you did?
A funny man. Funny man.
That's what you did?
A funny man.
You know how funny about that? I'm asking you a question.
You know how I would have saved my. You know how I would have saved my job, bro? Funny man.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I would have saved my job if Harlem Heat was Booker T at midnight. That's how I would have saved my job, bro.
Oh, you're going to go there?
Oh, you're going to go there? I took you from a bouncer in a bar, bro, and made you somebody, and this is the thanks I get from you.
Wait a minute. You didn't take me from anything. I was bouncing in bars 10, 11, 12 years before I laid eyes on those cowboy boots you wore around.
And what kind of bars? Stevie, they were probably bars. Why didn't you shut them down? Why didn't you shut them down, Stevie, if they were titty bars? There's no place for titty bars in this world.
What?
That
is the place. You turned professional wrestling into a walking titty bar. Now you're going to say there's no place for them?
And what's wrong with that? It's a beautiful thing.
Well, you're the one that just said there was no place for them. Make up your mind.
You know, I'm starting to see you in a whole different light now.
No. You're going to try to bring me on this show and try to ambush me, try to bushwhack me. First you start with the Chyna comments. Then you start with the Tori Wilson comments. I ain't got nothing personal against Tori Wilson. Nothing at all. You know,
You don't like women. Say it. I don't like women. Just go ahead. Get it out. Go ahead. Make the statement on my show, bro. Go ahead.
I love women. I think women are the most beautiful thing on this planet.
They don't love you.
Other than the Corvette, women are the most beautiful thing on this planet. Let that be known.
You drive a
right
Corvette,
now.
by the way, Stevie? You drive a Corvette?
Yes, I've had 8 Corvettes in my life.
Thanks to me booking them on top. Thanks to me booking you on top, bro. How do you think you got all those Corvettes, bro? Before I got to WCW, it was Booker T and Stevie who? I made you and Booker equal, and this is the thanks I get from you, bro.
Wait a minute, brother.
You should be giving me one of those Corvettes.
I have never.
How many times are you and Booker T tag team champions? How many times has Harlem Heat tag team champions? 10, bro. 10-time tag team champions. Vince, you trying to take credit for these guys?
He's talking about the last one, the 10th one.
The one that everybody remembers. The one that everybody remembers.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, Vince.
You guys were at your penny stock of the first 9, but then you put Vince on the 10.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you were
I'm gonna be honest
Microsoft,
with you, Disco. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even remember the 10th one. I don't remember who it was.
You're very disrespectful. Very.
No. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't even remember it. The last one I remember, I think, was the Nasty Boys in '95 and '96. I don't remember the ones after that.
Very disrespectful. I just hope Booker doesn't hear this interview because he's going to hear how disrespectful you were to me.
No, brother. I'm not being disrespectful. And if you think I'm being disrespectful, no, what I am is retaliating. That is what I'm doing. Yes. I am retaliating because of you. Because of you. Tried to bring me on the show, try to sully my name, try to say disparaging things about some of the things I said.
Can I ask you, hold on. Let me stop you right there. What the hell is Sully your name? The only Sully I know is from Monster Inc. and the guy that drove the plane in the river. What the hell is Sully what is Sully my name, bro?
Let me break it down. Let me break it down. You're putting my name in a bad light with disparaging things to make people think Stevie Ray is something other than what he really is. I'm not going to let you do that.
Bingo.
I'm not going to let you do it, Vince.
This is what Vince tries to do. You know, Steve, I used to do this show. You know what he would literally do? He would bring people on. I've got heat with to ambush me. He wouldn't even tell them that they're coming on the show. They would just pop up in Skype, and they just because that's what he does. He's not an honest man. He's a cheap shot artist. You know, he thinks it's like booking. He thinks it's like booking wrestling, like it's booking. Like he thinks it's like a good idea to to bring somebody on under false pretenses and then hit them below the belt. You know that's the type of way he does business.
Is that you, Ben? Was that an accurate description of you?
Stevie, before we let this go to a place neither one of us wanted to go, I can assure you, bro. Because Stevie, let's call a spade again. You know, you're a pretty tough guy on Google Hangout. Like if I were there, I think it would be a little different conversation. So let's get that out in the open. All right. You know, you're 1,000 miles away. You're in your Corvette. So, you're saying some things you might not necessarily say to my face. So I'm going to take that into consideration. Number 2, so this thing doesn't go any further, I'm going to give you the opportunity to apologize, but I'm only going to give it to you once.
Apologize for what?
Because I came on here, I was very truthful. I relayed facts. I told it as it is, and you're trying to sully my good name.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. You didn't give facts, and that is why I corrected you. You took a comment, and you used it in a way where people would look at me in a different light, and you did it on purpose. And that I have a problem with. That is not right. And then you bring up my brother. Yes. You bring up my brother and put his name in context as if I use Booker T, then it's really happening and it's really real and everybody will believe me. And I'm not going to let you do that either. Vince, what I said about Chyna, I meant it. What I said about Chyna, I know a lot of people agree with me. What I said about Tori Wilson, Tori Wilson looked good in the ring. She's a very attractive girl. but I would have some questions about some of the garb that she wore back in the day. Very cheap looking, but that's just me.
Well, I tell you what,
But if
Stevie.
you really, I'm not finished. If you really ask people in the wrestling world, do they remember Tori Wilson in the ring wrestling?
Okay.
Most people will say no.
Okay. All right, Stevie, let me counter-examine you here. Okay? All right? Because you're dealing with Vince Russo here. You're not dealing with the jabron that you do your podcast with, some jabron who feeds you.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm not going to let you call my co-host out of his name like that and call him a jabroni. You don't know him. You don't know him.
All right.
Don't go there.
You apologize.
Did I say anything about your co-host?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
You can call my co-host. You call him a jabron. I got no
business calling anybody else's co-host jabroni.
This is what I'm saying. Okay, Booker. Stevie, let's sum up the conversation because this is what I got out of the conversation. Okay, and I just want to make sure I'm right. From what I can remember, when I came to WCW, the beautiful and lovely and stunning Sharmell, the wife of the great Booker T, was a Nitro girl, correct?
Yes.
Sharmell went on to have a great career in the ring. And now the next conversation I have with Booker, and it'll probably be today because he calls me every day, twice on Sunday, I am going to tell Booker, I just want you to know because I don't want to come between you two brothers. Your brother told me that Sharmell had no business in a wrestling ring. That's what I got out of this whole conversation. Are we honest?
Absolutely did not. Vince absolutely did not say anything like that. Absolutely not. I can't wait for him to go on your show.
Are we on the same page?
Because he's going to rip you to shreds on his show.
No, we're not on the same page, Vince. If that's true, why didn't you have her in the ring wrestling like Tori Wilson? If that's true.
Good point. Fair point.
All right, listen, Stevie. I'm very insulted by this conversation.
No, you shouldn't be.
At least put me over for what I did for your career. Can you do that much?
Wait a minute. Now, if I came on here to talk about what Vince Russo, I have told people in the past that I've been out and said some of the most disrespectful things about Vince Russo. You know what I told him? You know what I told him, Vince? I said, wait a minute, bro. I'm not going to let you talk about Vince Russo like that.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
I'm not going to let you do that. Because Vince Russo was cool with me. I didn't agree with everything he did.
Those
but
days
he
are
was
over.
he was cool with me.
Those
and
days
these
are
are
over.
people that I encounter all the time, and I've always defended you. But when I come on your show, did you show me the same respect that I've been showing people for the last 17 years about the great Vince Russo?
Glenn, what are you doing over there, bro? Making all kinds of noise for crying out loud. Book is putting me over for crying out loud.
I watched the tape of it.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I did, Booker. Listen.
I'm not Booker.
Stevie, don't. But you can't backpedal now. It's too late to backpedal. You said disparaging things about me, bro.
No, I did not. No, I didn't. What did I say disparaging about you?
When am I doing this show? When am I coming on your show? Because I want to have this same conversation in front of your people, bro. Your people. Let's see what they say. When are we doing this?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to get with my producer as soon as this conversation is over. And I'm going to have you on my show, and I'm going to call you with the date and time. You know, and I hope I can get Glenn to hear it also. Because, Glenn, I do not want you to miss this. I do not want you to miss this old-fashioned flogging from the people.
Well, wait a minute. Are you telling me, bro?
It's like when you used to take the kid out in the back and whoop him with the hickory stick.
Yes.
Are you telling me that people can call into your show while I'm on?
That is what I'm working on right now.
I welcome those jabrones.
That's what I'm working on right now.
I welcome them to call in while I'm on that show.
Yeah. And I'm going to do a show. I'm going to show you how much I love you, brother.
All right,
I'm going to do a whole show dedicated to Vince Russo. And I'm going to tell everybody that listens to me, say what you want, ask what you want.
Yeah.
He will not back down. If you like him, love him. If you don't like him, show him.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not, what's the guy's name that does the cheat sheets?
Dave Meltzer.
I'm not Dave Meltzer. I'm not, who else were you talking about?
Wade Keller.
Who else you call out?
Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff, bro.
Eric Bischoff. And I'm not those guys. I'm Stevie Ray. And I think you should respect that name a little bit more than you do. That's what I think you should do.
I'm going to take that as bullying. I'm going to take that as bullying.
Stevie, he brought you on today and was very,
Stevie
very
just bullied me. He just bullied me now, and I think that was uncalled for.
Yes.
He brought me on today and tried to bushwhack me. Try to ambush me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Try to lay behind the weeds when you walk by, club you on the back of the head. He tried to do that.
Yeah. Hey, Stevie, where can people listen to your podcast? Do you know where? Can you tell them where they can find your podcast?
They can go on Title Match, which is on iTunes, and they can pick up everything off of that. Matter of fact, we got a special going. I think you're getting like 10 to 14 days to just try everything out, see how you like it. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't have to. And we are releasing like 6 to 7 minute videos on a weekly basis. And they can also listen to me on 92.9 FM HD2, Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, which my boy Disco Inferno, Glenn Gilberti, has came on and really gave his wisdom and knowledge to the fans out there. And I really like that, even though you've never came on.
Oh well, bro, he
doesn't have much wisdom and knowledge. That's the problem, Vince.
Yeah, that's
like he doesn't bring it like I do. Yeah.
Hey, Stevie, what about if people out there, and I'm sure people come all over the world. You still train at your school, right, Stevie?
Only a couple of days a week now.
Now, what happens if people are interested in coming to your school to learn the ins and outs of pro wrestling? How do they find out about that?
Well, actually, the only thing they have to do is go to the Reality of Wrestling website. And it's a phone number on there, and it'll direct them straight to Kevin Bernhardt, who takes care of all that stuff. Rally of Wrestling website, check it out. Hey, got a lot of good stuff on there, a lot of good information. Everybody wants to know how to do what, how to join up for what prices cost, so on and so forth. And it's a phone number that'll get you straight to Kevin Bernhardt, who pretty much manages the whole deal.
Yeah. All right. Listen, Stevie, thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for facing the music, bro. I look very forward to the return visit on your show, bro.
Oh, brother, it's going to be on like a steaming pot of neck bones. And I would like to know something.
Yeah.
I would like to know something. Has anybody, since you bring up Midnight, why did you fire her?
That wasn't me. I didn't fire. I didn't do hiring and firing. I loved the Midnight. I thought she was tremendous.
Well, I heard you fired her.
No, heck no, not at all, bro. Not at all. Do you know what she's doing these days?
I thought you knew. You fired her.
No, I don't. I didn't. Hey, look, Stevie, I didn't do any. Bro, let me tell you, if I did any,
own up to it.
If I did any hiring or firing, what?
Stevie, he was sending her unemployment for like a year afterwards after he fired her. So he had to be the one that fired her, right?
All right, Stevie, say goodbye. Say goodbye, Stevie. Thanks for joining.
He probably sent his secretary out to fire her.
All right, let's go. The legendary Stevie Ray, everybody. Thank you for joining us, Stevie.
You're very welcome.
I love you, brother. I love you.
You too.
Not as much as I did before this show, but I still love you.
That guy, hey, eat him alive when he comes on your show, Stevie.
Don't worry, Glenn. Don't worry.
Right.
Don't worry.
All right. Say goodbye so I can bury you. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
The great
Bye.
Stevie Ray, baby.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.